thank the Lord because Pastor arrived safely. He arrived. He said goodbye to us. He prayed to me. Your prayers worked. You have ever heard of airplanes that get and they don't reach. So we thank God that our pastor arrived safely. The last time I talked to him, he said he loves you very much. Praise the Lord. Therefore, these are our announcements. I also have a testimony. I have a testimony as well. People have been testifying here. They were testifying about how they perform their exams. I am a teacher. I teach biology and chemistry. One of my prayers this year was I wanted to see double in the performance of these past exams. I teach biology, but as you have heard about physics, biology is also not easy. You've ever also studied biology, you know how it went. That's what I teach. You leave the class thinking that everyone has understood, but once you set an exam, now you get to confirm that you are teaching yourself. But I want to thank the Lord because this year has been very different to me.
Last year I didn't have a candidate. Last year but one I didn't have a candidate class.
Last year but one I class
I had a candidate class and we got, it was 25 distinctions.
Candidate class these are being in our school we always have top quality students. But just imagine praise the Lord. But I want to thank the Lord. Praise the Lord. I want to thank God. Last year I had a class. But honest, I wasn't praying. I wanted us to get double the distinctions because this year is a celebration. Praise the Lord. I prayed and I said, God. Well, they have said people ask but today we want to sit double. Well, I was saying them, but in my heart I was also doubting. But I raised my faith.
I just want to thank God.
I want to thank God because this year
my class got 67 distinctions.
And altogether,
biology was the best done subject in our school.
Biology is subject it was even performed better than
chemistry.
It was performed better than chemistry. Performed better than history.
We had 162 distinctions in total.
12 distinctions is on now a multi-coming once you get other marks which are not distinctions, you haven't. Please join me and thank the Lord for what He has done. You can't have 81 students in a class. And out of the 81, you get 67 distinctions.
Division 1. Division 2.
Grade 2.
That is what they call a double celebration.
without saying anything. I also want to thank you. Sometimes I stand in this classroom and say, let me hear someone else saying that. It's like how you ask yourselves, how did you perform it? When you're there, not so good. And we've been discussed in the staff from this class. Are you the one who and we're already searching for that subject. Now they pinpoint to the teacher who is not teaching. Now I want to thank the Lord because they don't speak ill of me. Amen. Praise the Lord. Now there's someone who was telling you about the new curriculum. One is asking, what is that? The new curriculum. The older curriculum, it was the teacher who used to give us. The teacher was like everything. But this new curriculum is the student. It's the student who is supposed to give to the teacher. And then the teacher assesses and then corrects the student. It is called competence-based curriculum. So the way a student thinks, if you think highly, you have a higher IQ, you pass highly. But if you're thinking capacity is not, you can't pass well. You just enter with your head in the classroom and then tell them you're going to start about this. Now tell me the answers. What do you think? What's your opinion about this? So if the student didn't take the test to study, this new curriculum is going to be very hard for them. Very difficult. Praise the Lord. But to thank God because our children will excel. Praise the Lord. Now turn to your neighbor and tell that neighbor that the pastor is going to talk about this. He's going to talk about a habit. Again, I'll get up and everyone a habit. The way I've interpreted it, a habit. And Susan can testify about how teachers feel about it. A habit, not something. A habit. Write down Some may interpret it as a habit. Others may interpret it as a discipline. As a discipline. What's your discipline? We are going to learn together. Ask your neighbor, what's your discipline? So if you're seated alone, look for a neighbor. Kathy, come and sit here. Please clap for Kathy. It's a powerful youth. Right next to James also come and sit next to you.
There we go.
Now I want you to discuss with the neighbor and asked them, do you have a habit, do you have a discipline, a way you do things? Time and time again, everyone has hope.
Goli yasalawo n'abe n'agamba essaawa 11 enogenda mu gym n'enkola mu dduliro ng'obwo muze paka watuuka ku kilograms z'ayagala akoleki atuukeko. Oli yawadde example y'okulaba omupiira ogwo guba muze. Waliwo abalina omuzenge oli yagamba nti every Sunday kati ngoba couples nga every Sunday they eat out. Okuba muze tebapisa okwokulya ebweru kuba muze kiba kirungi ogwo muze gyonna gyenjogedde tewali mubi
omuze omuyita muyizi ng'omuntu empisa azikutendeka.
Responsibility, you are trained to be
Give him some flowers. Give him Bikula James Esure Soka.
Open James chapter 1.
Yakobo Esure Soka.
James chapter 1.
Olugiriri olwabiri mwemu.
Verse 21.
Ndowooza ekintu mukirage nange natuuse wali eri ne kingejjako.
Now you have seen that.
Ne ŋŋamba kanzije tuyitiigire wamu. Yakobo Esure Soka.
James chapter 1.
Olunyiriri olwabiri mwemu.
Verse 21.
Tubadde nga tulaba musumba yatukulirawo mwaka nga tufuna double celebration.
Our annual thing is
nga bwe mbagamba ebyokukwaba batandise okujaguza emirundi ebiri.
one of those who have started
n'atuyigiriza biki bye tuyinza okubeera nabyo singa tunaafuna double
told
celebration.
us what we should have in order for us to have double
Kati
celebration.
James agamba atya?
Now what does James say?
Therefore, ridding yourselves of all moral filth and evil excess, humbly receive the implanted word which is able to save you. Oluganda agamba atya? Oba ezigundu endala zigamba zitya?
What the other versions say?
Kasomeko buyange mukiwulire nayo.
Let me read my version also.
Yakobo eyiye egamba etya?
What does your version?
Kale katusome ey'Oluganda. Ani alina Oluganda?
Who has a Uganda version?
Mama alina Oluganda. Yes. Thank you.
Yakobo essulemu abiri mwemu bagamba nti kale muteekenga wala obugwagwa bwonna n'obubi obusukkiridde toolenga n'obuwombeefu ekigambo ekisiigibwa ekiyinza okukola obulamu bwammwe.
Praise the Lord.
Bigambo ki by'ayogerako?
Which words is he talking about?
Wangi mpisa muze.
Is it a habit or a discipline?
Hello. A habit. A habit. The filthiness. The habit of until muze.
Mpisa.
Practice.
Your evil deeds. Your evil deeds.
Your evil deeds.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Acts chapter 17 from verse 2. From verse 1. Acts 17 from verses 1. Can let us start from 1? And I think we shall try and be fast in it. Acts chapter 17 verse 1. Then they traveled through Amphipolis and Apollonia and came to Thessalonica, where there was a Jewish synagogue.
Verse 2.
As usual. As what? Who? Paul. As his what?
Here,
as usual. As his habit. As his habit was. And Paul, as his manner was.
How long Paul traveled to many cities. At first, many challenges. But there's something that was inside. There is something that he had which he couldn't let go. No matter where he would be, he couldn't just wherever he went, that custom was a part of him.
As usual, Paul went to them and on them 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them from the scriptures.
Let's read them.
Ne bayita mu Amphipoli ne mu Apolonia ne batuuka e Thessalonica yali ekkuŋŋaaniro ly'Abayudaaya. Awo Pawulo nga bwe yali empisa ye n'ayingira mu bo mu Ssabbiiti 3 n'awakana nabo mu byawandiikibwa.
Touch your neighbor and tell them what Paul's practice was. What was Paul's habit according to what you know? Wherever Paul one thing he could search for first. One thing he could involve himself in first was to search where there would be a synagogue. That was his habit. That was his way of doing things. That was his practice. That was part of him. That one thing is good. Many things can fail, but he couldn't go without fellowship. Now turn to your neighbor and ask them, what is your practice? What is your custom? Habit. Saying that any parent, you want someone who is disciplined, someone who has implying that there is something that you do regardless of what you have to do. Praise the Lord.